Hello and welcome to gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on TV, movies, life, books, all sorts of things. We're going to be talking Bad Bunny and the Super Bowl. You all come right back. Again, thank you for joining me here on gskptv, also known as Georgia Sunflower, Kansas Peach, where we do reviews on movies, TVs, books, life, anything and everything. This is a safe place where we can talk about it all without any judgment. We're just learning from each other. First, I'd like to wish everyone a happy and healthy Black History Month. As always, we celebrate Black History February and all year long. You guys, again, it's great to be here. Thank you to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. And if you haven't ever been here before, I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming. All right, let's get to the matters at hand. As you can see, I have my Black History banner up, and for the month of February, it will not be coming down. This is what, if it's not Black History on our board back here on our screen, it won't be seen because I'm representing for us and especially for this month. So that's the reason for the Black History Month screensaver. Anyway, when I started this video, we said we were going to be talking about Super Bowl halftime and Bad Bunny. Now, for me, I enjoyed it. I watched it, and for me, it wasn't that great of a thing. Uh, it was okay. Um, and not because it was Bad Bunny. It was just that I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny. Now, what I am familiar with is Latin, Spanish, Mexican music. So I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, I enjoyed it because I've listened to Latin music, all kind of music, all my whole life. So Bad Bunny performing during the halftime show or for the halftime show, it wasn't a problem for me. Now, was it a great super, show? No. It was okay. It was okay. I just didn't find it to be a super great performance. I really, me myself, I think what's his name? Rico Suave. What's his name? Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin would have done ooh, I think Ricky Martin would have done a better show than Bad Bunny. And and again, not because I have anything against Bad Bunny. He just he just didn't he just didn't do it for me. And I love Hispanic, Latin, Spanish. I love music. So again, I don't have a problem with it being a Spanish person or a Latin person or anything like that. Because as I said, I love all genres of music. You know, I don't care for country, but there is a country song or two that I like because I just love music, period. So again, I didn't have a problem with Bad Bunny performing. Even though it was all in Spanish, that didn't bother me. I listened to Spanish music and can't speak a lick of Spanish. I don't. That don't bother me. I like the song. As the kids have been saying, it's the vibe. I don't. The idea that America is upset about speaking people, and we're taught Spanish in school all the time because there's so many Spanish speaking people here. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. But like I said, it was not that great of a show to me. It really wasn't. You know, um, um, Maybe it's because they didn't show me anything I haven't seen. The sugar cane, that's Black history. Okay. The telephone poles, that's Black history. Black people have been dealing with that kind of stuff forever. So that was, he wasn't telling us nothing. He didn't say anything that was miraculous for me to know. Coconuts, black folks been picking coconut and cane from the beginning of time. Puerto Rico is a lot blacker than Bad Bunny showed. Way blacker than Bad Bunny showed. Yeah, he had a few, a couple little darkies scattered here and there. But in Puerto Rico, they're much darker, honey. The hair is much nappier. Boo boo. Okay? But again, I didn't have a problem with it. I wasn't blown away by it. It was okay. It was one thing I well, I guess it really wasn't kid friendly because it really wasn't. Um and most of them really aren't. They do the same thing. They were doing the same thing all the rest of them has done, and that's, you know, wiggling their butts and girls gaping open and squatting and popping and yuking and jacking. That's the same thing all of them do. Every last one of them. Only difference in his is it was done in Spanish. It, I, I just wasn't blown away by it. I just really wasn't. It didn't give me it just didn't give me the performance that I was looking for a Super Bowl performance. I'm here to tell you, Charo, Charo could have done the high school. Sorry guys, the halftime show. Charo would have turned it out. And I know you kids don't know who Charo is, but back when I was young, she was young. And I'm here to tell you, that's who Shakira wished she could be, honey. Do you hear me? Shakira wishes. Jennifer Lopez wished. Selena wishes. Miss Charo, honey. Miss Charo was off the hinges. She brought the sexiness. She brought the culture. Miss Charo was the thing. Do you hear me? Now, if they had someone that could put it down like Miss Charo, then that would have been a halftime show that would have blown you away. Yes, ma'am. If they had a performer like Charo, my goodness, my goodness, that would have been the halftime show. And like I said, it would have been all the sexiness, all the all, you'd have got it and loved every minute of it. Every minute of it. But like I said, I I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny like that. They could have let Cardi B do the halftime show. I think it would have been, I don't know. I just didn't, and not that I didn't understand, because I totally understood it. I caught every, right from the jump, telephone poles and all. I understood every bit of it. And like I said, I don't speak a lick of Spanish, or as I tried to say earlier. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. It was not a horrible show. It was not. It was not a disrespectful halftime show by any means. It just didn't put me there. It just didn't. And again, and I think that's because I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny, though I like the music. The music, awesome. Awesome. Because as I said before, I am a music lover. Reader, player, all that. I can do all that. And I understand that music is a universal language. And the music was absolutely wonderful. I didn't have no problem with the music. I can play Bad Bunny in my car loud so everyone can hear. While I'm riding up and down the street, I can play Bad Bunny. I can play it. Sure can. Don't have a problem. But again, like I said, the performance, it just didn't move me. It just didn't. And like I said, they did the same thing all the rest of them do. Up, some girl squatting and popping her behind and gaping open, and that's all any of them do anymore. So maybe that's why it didn't move me. Like now, maybe if he had more of his cultural dances performed, that probably would have, because Spanish and Latina and Latinos and things like that, they practice their culture. See, they can speak both their native tongue and English, unlike African American people. Oops. Oops. Unlike African Americans, their native traditions, they have passed on. They haven't allowed anything. But for us as a people, we've had to adapt to. Our enslavers made up culture as well. Let's not get it twisted. Because those people that were sent over here were the mutts from the society in which they came from, the derelicts and the unwanted. And all of this over here, the reason why it's called a melting pot is because it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some of that over there, some of this back up over here, a piece from them, a piece from her, a piece from him. The United States is a mutt bowl. Okay? Latin Americans Africans, Latin American, Chinese, Japanese, you name them, all those people continue to practice their cultures. Oh, sorry, can't talk. African Americans, we don't have one. But and my thing, the reason why, let me get down off my soapbox because I done went way over there somewhere. But anyway, I think what would have captured my attention more is if he um or if they performed more of their cultural dances rather than shaking butt and squatting and popping and all that. I think that's the only thing that kind of, because they didn't, though they shared their history, they didn't so much share as much culture as I would have liked. Because booty popping and squatting on the ground and shaking their butts like they was, that's not cultural. That's trendy. Now flamencos and all the other stuff and stuff that I just cannot name off the top of my head, that's cultural. Not booty popping. The bodego, that was cultural. I enjoyed the performance. I'm not bad mouthing it. This is just my opinion. I enjoyed it, but like I said, it just didn't blow me. It did not blow me away like I wanted to be. And again, I love me some Spanish music. And again, I cannot speak Spanish, but I have sung many a song in Spanish and have no idea what they said. I just loved the music and the dance. Oh my goodness. I was one of them when we were kids and young and stuff. I had friends, but I got away by myself too. And I would go to the Mexican clubs for the dance, honey. Yes, ma'am. For the food, honey, as you can see. Mm, okay. I don't have a problem. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. I don't have problems like that. I don't have that hang up. But I just, again, it just didn't blow me away like I wanted it to. It didn't do like I wanted it to. It did good. It did good for the young people, because the young people ain't doing none of the what the old people do. That's what old people do. But if it wasn't for the old people, you wouldn't be here, right? See, but the old people, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be able to speak your native tongue. Okay? So, again, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it. Uh I ain't mad about Bad Bunny performing because of his Latin or Spanish or Mexican heritage. No disrespect if I said something, that's I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. But I didn't have any problem with that. That don't even phase me. That is not a problem. And while we're on the subject of um halftime shows, it is said that even y'all's president watched the halftime show. Though he made all that fuss about what he wasn't, and this was just so anti-American, and he had it on the teleprompter. Y'all white people need to get somewhere and sit down. Ain't nobody worried about y'all, obviously. And then some of the comments that these silly ass white folks is making about there was not one white person in Bad Bunny's performance. Yes, it was. If they wasn't white, they was light enough to be white. So you should have been satisfied with that. Y'all can say some of the dumbest, ignorant, most ignorant stuff. After all these years, y'all still on race. Though it wasn't on us for 5 minutes, it's on Bad Bunny and the Spanish population or Latino Mexican population here for a few minutes. And it's obvious y'all can hardly make it without us. But you always got something stupid to say about us and to us. And there would be no United States of America if it wasn't for us. I'm talking the Afro American, the Latino community, Chinese community, the Japanese community, the Italian community. There would be no United States of America if it wasn't for us. I'm really sick of just this one. And then that's another topic altogether, because I'm not going to ruin the Bad Bunny thing, because all those groups that I named, they are very prejudiced against us too, as well, along with. But you can't categorize everybody because of some's actions. Because all of them start from us. If there was no us, and I mean black people, there would be no yellow, red, green, purple, gay, straight. That's not my opinion. That's scientifical. Scientific. But anyway, that's for another show. Back to the Bad Bunny. Back to the Bad Bunny. Now, it's also been said that during the course or soon thereafter, that Bad Bunny had some confrontation from some of the football players, that they were upset with him performing the halftime show. And of course, it was a lot of African American. Well, I could have said another word, but no, I'm going to say it. Of course, it was some niggas saying that they didn't want Bad Bunny. And if you don't like it here, you can go back to Puerto Rico or wherever he came from. And then it's because this is America. And his dumbass didn't even realize that Puerto Rico is America. Part of the Americas. Do you know it's more than one America? You brought your dumb ass up there, thought you was saying something cute. You're probably a supporter. Trying to tell somebody about where they need to go, and you got a whole group of people, more than one group of people, talk about where your black ass needs to go. All behind a halftime show. Go sit down somewhere. You are an embarrassment to my people. And you're mad about a halftime football show and you can't sing nan note. Nobody asked you to perform. And they didn't ask you to pay this boy to perform either. And I know that they don't get paid for halftime shows. But they didn't ask him to invest anything whatsoever. So why would you say that? And then want to be the first one to be upset when somebody tells you to take your black self somewhere? Bad Bunny ain't said nothing to you. He came and did what he was supposed to do, and that was to perform for the halftime show. He did, and he did a good job. And when he was finished, he went and tried to congratulate team players. And this is the kind of foolishness that came out of y'all's mouth. That is the kind of foolishness that was coming out of you all's mouth when you were asked about Bad Bunny performing and how you felt. And when you saw him, those were the kind of things you said. And from what I understand, somebody even tried to rough him up a little bit. I don't know if that's true. That's alleged. Because he performed at the. I really could care less who performs at the halftime show. Ain't nobody. How is it benefiting me? I really could care less. And I enjoy a good football game, but I'm not that invested to where I'm actually mad at somebody performing at a football game that doesn't even know I'm on this earth. And you done ran your pressure up. eh, because this child is performing. eh. I'm sorry, guys. My mic ain't. It's just not setting right for me today, and I keep moving and putting my hands in the way. I'm sorry, but yeah. And now here you are, choking down all them already high blood pressure pills that you have to take because this child was asked to perform for the halftime show, a football game. That is absolute. All the things that's going on this earth, in this world. And these Peckerwoods are mad about that child performing. Some silly niggas are upset about this child performing at a football game. And then you want to sit up and talk about how Christian. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Who cares? He is an American citizen. Just because he doesn't look like you does not make him a citizen. He's just as much a citizen as your pale faced ass is. His ancestors have been here much, much, much longer than yours. And you're upset that he performed for the halftime show in his native lands. And you got your black faced self standing up here hollering in the microphone telling somebody where they need to go. And you ain't sure where you from your damn self. Shut up being ignorant. I don't care what color you are. Shut up being ignorant. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing. If what you have to say is not true or factual, don't say nothing. Because those lies that they try to perpetrate onto us, those stereotypes that they try to pin to us, when you open your dumb mouth that makes it so. When you open your unintelligent mouth, spewing rhetoric, them stereotypes come to life right then. Right then. And speaking of stereotypes and rhetoric, I know we said we were going to just talk about the football halftime show, but there's been so much going on, and I mean, it's all connected. So we might as well just talk about it now. So, hey, this same somebody that's leading this country, speaking of rhetoric and foolishness, puts up a video of a prior president, Obama, and his wife, Michelle, on a so called cartoon or AI or whatever it is, and they are both monkeys or apes or something. And he has the nerve to say that he is not going to apologize for that, which is not a surprise because America has not apologized for anything that they've done to the African American, the black, the colored race. Nah, they haven't. And they have no intentions to do so. And I know a lot of you all get tired of me with the race thing and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's facts. I didn't do it. And because it makes you uncomfortable, I'm not supposed to talk about it. How do you think it makes me feel? How do you think it makes my uncles, my mama, and my daddy feel? We're not talking about 200,000 years ago. We're talking about right now. How do you think it made the young man driving the truck that they hung? How do you think this was just last year? How do you think it made his family feel? Or the twins that they found on the mountain or hill somewhere in Georgia? How do you think it made them feel? You all like to say, get over it. How are we going to get over yesterday? Anyway, he has put this up, supposedly insulting Obama and his wife, when in fact, he is a descendant of the Neanderthal and the ape. They are. We don't have no Neanderthal gene. We didn't come here squatting and crawling on the ground. That's not us. But you, and this is you all's administration, This is the same person that says all Latino people are criminals. This is the same one that said the Haitians were eating the cats and the dogs. These are the same people that say Chinese people, Asian people eat cats and dogs. When we know for a fact, not my opinion, that you all as a people are cannibalistic. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. You don't have to believe me. Study, research, read, find out for yourselves. Don't believe me. Find out for yourselves. And these are the kind of people that have the nerve to point their finger at somebody else and judge them. These are the kind of people. I'm going on to something else because all of this, I believe, is linked together. It's because of this crazy ass administration and these crazy ass people running around here following him. The Miss Savannah Guthrie and her mother. One of them foolish ass followers have gone and kidnapped this woman's mother, who has absolutely nothing to do with any of their foolishness. They have gone and got that woman's mama, an 84-year-old woman that was at her house, not bothering anybody. Because of your crazy rhetoric, some fool done went over there and got this woman's mama. And that lady wasn't bothering nobody. She was at her house. They went to her house. These are the same ones, whether they be black, white, green, purple, orange, that are pushing this foolishness and propaganda, dividing us further and further apart. Now, wait. I'm here to tell you with my whole chest. I don't care nothing about being around nobody that don't want to be around me. I do not have a problem. You don't want to be around me? Guess what? I don't want to be around you either. That does not, the idea about they hollering about a segregation, they was doing that one while, that don't hurt my feelings none. Why would I want to be around a group of people that talks about me like that? That treated my great grandmother that way? That treated my mom and daddy like that? Why would I want to be around a group of people that tell me I better be out of this town before the sun goes down? You tell me why I would want to be around a group of people like that. Why would I want to assimilate to a group of people like that? I'm here to tell you, I don't. Please separate me. I'm not impressed with you, period. I don't care who you are. That goes for your mammy, your pappy, your greasy dead granny. I don't care nothing about it. I don't have no problem. Who I do want to be around are those that want to be around me. I wouldn't care what color. I don't care how many eyes it got. I don't care if the leg is broke. That's who I want to be around. The ones that want to be around me. I don't care what color it is. I don't care what kind of car it drives. I don't care if it is homeless. I want to be with those people that want to be with me, want to be around me. I want to be around people that love me and people that I can love in return. That's those are the people. Those are the ones that I desire to be around. Regardless to race, creed, color, sex, gender, whatever. Those are the people. Not these foolish ass people making these dumbass statements about a football game's performance halftime. Because it wasn't somebody up trying to separate and spew racist crap. Those are the people that I want to be around. Those are the ones. Again, regardless to the color of your skin, I don't care. I just want to be around the people that want to love me and the people that I can love in return. Those are the people that I would like to be around. The rest of y'all can have it. I could care less. I could care less. I just want, again, to respect and be respected. And this idea that love conquers everything, no, it does not. Love does not conquer everything. Because if it did, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. So you need to, that narrative, it needs to stop. What conquers things is actions. We have been singing and rocking back and forth for 100,000 years. When we get through singing and dancing and grinning and stepping and fetching it, they do just what they want to, how they want to, when they want to. We've got to do something else other than love. Like the songwriter says, love does not pay rent. Okay? And yes, we are supposed to love everybody. And I do. No, I'm going to take that back. I try to. I try my best to love everyone. Might not like everybody, and sure don't love everything you do. I don't care who you are. Just like you don't love everything I do. I'd be a lie if I sat here and said, oh, everybody love everything I do, everything I say. That's a lie. That's a lie. So let's stop this thing about we have to try to love them. They don't love you. Because if they did, there wouldn't be no Breonna Taylors. There would be no Trayvon Martins. There would be no George Floyds. There would be no Emmett Till. There would be no Sonia Massey. So knock it off with that love crap. We've got to unite. Make those people respect you. I didn't say kill. None of that. But if necessary, you know, they say don't promote violence. And I do not. But you cannot take a knife to a gunfight. And sometimes you have to fight fire with fire. Even in the scripture, there is war and rumors of war. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know that I'll live to see it, but I surely hope that these young people stand up and decide that they're not going to take it anymore. Oh, excuse me. I hope the young people decide I wish this government would stand up and make some changes. You were able to remove somebody when the man said, I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. You was able to do something then. You was able to do something with the Watergate. But you can't do nothing with this? Really? Anyway, I've gotten way off over there somewhere. I'm just so passionate about um, race relations and my people and how we're treated. I could just talk on it for hours, but I'm not going to. And I know you're happy. So I think I've come to the end of my review on the halftime show. Again, it was good. It was okay. It just didn't blow me away. You know, I don't have a problem with Bad Bunny performing at all. I love the Latin music. I listen to it right now all the time, even before Bad Bunny. It just didn't. And again, I think that's because I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny as a whole. So, but it was a good show. Pretty safe show, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed my rant, rave, whatever this was. I really appreciate you. If you do watch, thank you so much. Like, comment, and subscribe. I want to say hello to all my peach trees and sunflower seeds. Thank you for joining me here on gskptv. You guys wear your masks, wash your hands. When you're in crowded areas, be sure to protect yourself. This is the time of year. We have flus, we've got colds, we got this, we got that. We've got new stuff coming out every day, all the time. We have to protect ourselves and each other. And as I always say, I am my brother's keeper. I love you. Bye.